Hello guys, welcome to Remedy Official Vlogs, and for today I have the Seeaudio Bravery for review. Okay, this is the first IEM I had my hands on from Seeaudio, and I'm not actually familiar with their brand until now. And but I'm quite familiar when I'm reviewing this product that they have their lineup like Kaguya, Neo, and Yume, which has made a statement on the audio community. So again, I hope that you take this review very useful and informative. So I just like to add a disclaimer that I did not buy this product, and it was provided from Seeaudio for us to review for the Philippine Circle. My thoughts on this are not biased, and I tried to give my honest review, and my opinion may differ from yours, so my preference against yours. So what I hear may be a little bit different for you. So as we reviewers always say, take this as a grain of salt. So this is the package that we received from Seeaudio. Unfortunately, we didn't receive the official packaging. So we received this circular case. I think it's aluminum. It has a very cute bunny logo, and it's quite sturdy. It will protect your IEMs from any impact, or when you put it in your bag, keep it safe. Now the driver configuration of the Seeaudio is 4 balance armature, 2 Knowles and 2 Sonyans, in which we already know that those 2 armature drivers are one of the best, like Sonyans and Knowles, 2 of the best I mean. And the impedance is 18 ohms, sensitivity is 110 dB, and the FR range is 20 Hz to 20 kHz. If we open this one, okay, this is what I received. So we have the tips. I don't know if you can see it clearly. The Asla Celastic tips, and we have the Bravery itself. Now the look of these IEMs are really cool. This is the left unit, and it has the Seeaudio logo in there, if you can see that, and it has that vanilla swirl that's really good looking. And actually it's kind of smoky. I like it. It's not completely transparent, and smoky transparency, and you can see the driver there, right? Yeah, it's really cool. Good looking. The nozzle, and this is the right side. So it has like that 8 8-point star there. I don't know what really that symbol means, but yeah, it's still smoky, transparent. Really love it. Yeah. Now onto the what's left here is the Seeaudio made a collaboration with Hakuge, which is a very premium cable maker. I'm not yet quite familiar with their works, but I have heard in the audio community that they make good cables. So the cable is fabric, coated in fabric material, and the configuration is 2-pin with the indication of the right and the left. It has a very decent weight on it that when worn, it pulls down your IEM with the right weight, and it has a very, now this is my hand, I have small hands, and this is how thick it is. So yeah, it's really good. Yeah, that's it for the cables. And actually, one note to mention, so this is the right unit, and if we are to put this, actually I always have a hard time putting it on, and it kind of gets scary for me. Like if I force it, you can easily break this 2-pin, but I just, let me show you how hard it puts. Like, yeah, you see right there, I'm really cautious on it. Yeah, that's it. You see, it's kind of hard to put on. Now you don't want to break your 279 IEM or the pin, of course, because they are all premium. Oh, you see, you just gotta be gotta be a little extra careful on there. So that's the package, and the tips, we have 3 pairs of Atlas elastic tips. If you haven't tried these tips, you're in for a surprise and a treat. And they are very sticky, and they don't fall off your ears quite easily. Good isolation. Okay, now let's go to the sounds. Let's first tackle the trebles. For the trebles, I gave Bravery a perfect score, 5 out of 5. I'm a treble sensitive guy, but I'm quite surprised that Bravery didn't show any hint of sibilance or harshness in the trebles. And the shimmer and the air on top is quite satisfying, and details on top on that section is really revealing. And the treble extension is very commendable and very enjoyable. Conclusively, I really liked how the trebles are presented here in Bravery. There are times that I try to listen to rock songs, and actually I'm not much of a rock head, but Bravery gave a very smooth treble, no compromise on details. Again, trebles for Bravery, 5 out of 5. Now, on to the next department, the bass. Once again, I gave Bravery a perfect score, 5 out of 5. Yeah. So, the bass here in Bravery has a very good extension. Sub bass is quite ready to give. It's really nice to know that sub bass department is ready to give you that satisfying rumble. Overall, the bass of Bravery is rich, punchy, has a good thump, and very detailed and well textured. I think that the bass heads will, somewhat appreciate the quantity of bass of Bravery. I don't know their threshold, but for me, the bass was quite captivating, very satisfying, very, very gratifying. So hence, once again, a perfect score on the bass for Seeaudio Bravery. Now onto the mids. If we are to check the frequency graph of the Bravery, it has a dip on the mids, but nonetheless, no compromise on details here. Vocals, mids, instruments, like instruments that are relevant for me as a musician, as a keyboard player, is a bit pushback. I'm a mid-centric guy and I study songs a lot, so that's not quite beneficial for me. For casual listening, that's okay, but as an analytical or critical listener, especially when I'm studying the parts or the instruments that are relevant to me, the mids is kind of pushed back. So I gave Bravery a 4 out of 5 score for the mids. Nonetheless, the mids here are very rich, lush, and full sounding. No compromise on details. Still very good and decent presentation. It's just my personal preference that I like my mids more forward rather than pushback. Now onto the vocals. I'm not a singer, but I really appreciate vocal tracks, and most of my songs actually are vocal tracks, and be it any gender, male or female, vocal presentation here is very intimate, very organic, very natural. Sam Smith, Adele, Whitney Houston, Babyface. If you have noticed, my playlist is more on jazz, funk, fusion, and contemporary pop and jazz. Very minimal rock songs, but I also listen to Incubus and Rage Against the Machines. The vocals are very well presented. I gave Bravery 4.5 out of 5 for the vocal presentation. Really intimate here and organic. Okay, now on to the next topic, soundstage and imaging. I really didn't specify a score here for this topic because I think it's very subjective. I love big soundstage or wide soundstage, and surprisingly, Bravery is on the narrow side of soundstage. Not in your face soundstage, but it's a bit narrow. It's like if I'm gonna compare it to a place, it's like you're in a studio, recording studio. So it feels very intimate. Hence, that's why the vocals, as I've said earlier, it feels very intimate because the soundstage is kind of narrow. If you prefer a big soundstage or a wide soundstage, you might want to consider about Bravery. But nonetheless, actually, as a musician, a wide soundstage will not benefit me that much because the instruments that I'm trying to listen to and study is kind of far away from me. So a narrow soundstage actually suits me better than a wide one. So actually, for me, if I'm gonna score, I'm gonna give 4.5 over 5 for the soundstage as a musician. But we are not all musicians, so some of us are only music lovers and casual listeners. So a wide soundstage is is better to enjoy, you know, but a narrow one will be very beneficial for me as a musician. So that's it for the soundstage and imaging. Now onto the fitting and isolation. Okay, fitting. Okay, the Bravery is kind of big. It has a chunky size. It's not on the small size, and I think the fitting will be a little bothering to those who have small ears, you know. The fitting suits me well. It never fell off my ears, you know. And for me it's a good fitting. And then we move on to isolation. Isolation is good thanks to Asla and their elastic tips. They are kind of sticky. This is not the Asla. This is my personal BGVP ear tips. But I've used the Asla tips for this review, and I really liked it, honestly. There's just one thing that I want to address, that for the Asla tips you have to find the right angle and isolation for that optimized snug fit, you know. And it's just so cumbersome that once I find that optimized fitting, and for example someone is talking to me and I need to pull it out my ears, that fitting is gone, and when I put it back again I have to find that right angle to give me that fitting that I like. So that's the only drawback that I can say on the fitting and isolation. About isolation, I try to use it on stage with my band, and the muffing is good, you know, like it muffs the play, the natural sound of what my band is playing, like almost 50%. So for isolation, it's a really decent isolation. Now onto the verdict. This is gonna be very subjective, you know? And the $1 million question is the Bravery endgame worthy? Well, honestly, if you're gonna ask me, almost, you know. The margin between mid-range and top of the line IEMs, the Bravery just made it closer. If you're gonna ask me, is it worth the $279 price tag? Well, you're getting the Hakuge premium cables, which is really a treat, and you're getting the Asla tips. Yeah, I don't have it. I lost it later. You saw it, right? So the Asla tips, which is really not cheap for ear tips, and you have a very good looking IEM. And is it worth the price tag? For me, yes. It's a little bit pricey. Mid-range it's not for everyone, you know, but for me it's almost endgame worthy. Good bass extension, good thump and punchiness, good treble extension. For the mids, it's a little bit pushed back, but that's just my personal preference. Vocals are very intimate. Soundstage, though, you have to consider that it's on the narrow side rather than the wide. But then again, I think this is one of the best IEMs that I've tested so far, and for me personally, it almost is endgame worthy for me. Actually, I'm trying to save up for a pair of this, and I would really love to have this on my collection. Okay guys, I think that's it for the review of the Bravery. I hope you liked this video and find it informative. And this is not a buying guide, but I just want to share my thoughts on this. And please do subscribe, like, and share this content if you like it. And please support our channel. And till the next time, Remedy signing off.